जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन बल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जन बल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। हरि बोल। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरा बनचारी। यमुना तीरा बनचारी। यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन बल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरा बनचारी। यमुना यमुना तीरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडरचार्य हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री गौर राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री श्री नवदीप द्वारका धाम की जय। श्री धाम मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री श्री यमुना मई गंगमयी की जय। श्री श्री तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री श्री सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। Our loving spiritual master is divine grace, most merciful, savior of the whole world, by spreading Sanatana Dharma all over the world. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada divine grace ki jai. Srila Prabhupada divine book distribution ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to Sambhalabhuti. All glories to Sambhalabhuti. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiriye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seviya Bhagavati Uttam Shaloke Bhaktir Bhakti Neshtaki. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supremest human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, unto Srila Shukdev Goswami Maharaj, a great reciter, unto Srila Parikshitji Maharaj, a great listener, unto Srila Prabhupada, giver of this Bhagavatam to the whole world. Devotees, everybody is welcome this morning. Zoom listeners and practical listeners sitting here, thank you. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, this morning I am taking text 7 of first canto and text 7, chapter 2. This divinity and divine service. So please repeat. Sabe Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Yanyati Yashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yat Ahetukam Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Yanyat Yashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yat Ahetukam Vasudeve, unto Krishna, Bhagavati, unto the personality of Godhead, Bhakti Yoga, contact of devotional service, Prayojita, being applied, Janyati, does produce, Ashu, very soon, Vairagyam, detachment, Jnanam, knowledge, Cha, and Yat, that which, Ahetukam, causeless, आगे हो जाइए थोड़ा. Translation, please repeat. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Dear devotees, thank you for joining with us this morning Bhagavad class. Whole Bhagavad is very important, but this verse is very, very important. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment. We have knowledge, but our knowledge is contaminated. It's not causeless. Knowledge should be causeless, no cause. Just like when we serve Krishna, it's causeless devotion service. Knowledge and detachment from the world. This is only possible by rendering devotional service. Devotional service, the word devotion is only with Krishna. We are rendering service, but with the service, general service we are rendering, we are not happy. Until or unless I render service unto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then only these things can take place. And one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment. Our knowledge is not causeless, but causeless knowledge is required. Devotional service, as it is mentioned in the previous verse, Save pamsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir ahadokshje ahitukiya pratihata yayatma suprastidati. The supreme occupation for all humanity, our occupation, our dharma, our duty, is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service. The supreme occupation for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service. Without devotional service, life is useless. Life is waste of time. So, unto the transcendental Lord, Lord is transcendental. Such devotional service must be unmotivated. The devotional service we render, there should be no motivation. We are all after money. We have so many motivations. Like there was one, you can say, worker, coolie in our place. They are very unclean, they don't bathe. They work very hard, no bathing. And one coolie, he was dressed heavily, because they have to carry heavy load on their back. He was sitting in the sun, and it was very hot sun. One asked him, Mia, they call Mia, why you are sitting in the hot? You have so many cloth on your body and sit in the shade. So this worker asks him, okay, I will sit, but how much money you will give me? Just for his benefit, he is asking to, still he is expecting some money. Kitna paisa dega? How much money you will give me? So we are all after money. But the real service is causeless. And that service to Krishna, that is called devotional service. And sometimes, when one renders service to the spiritual master, he is also when ye bada guru bhakta hai. He is very much devoted to his Gurudev. So, unalloyed devotional service, unmotivated devotional service is our business. Other services, we are just creating karma. Due to karma, go to narka. We have to free ourselves from this karmic reaction. No more karma. Like I was mentioning yesterday, we have to do something. We cannot be idle. An idle brain is a devil workshop. An idle man will run the train in the sky. No, we have to do something. So what do we have to do? We have to do everything for the pleasure of Sri Krishna. Who is our benefactor, who is our father, mother, everything. So, service which you render to the transcendental Lord, such service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. When unmotivated and uninterrupted service is rendered to the Lord, then it will satisfy us also. We will become happy. Why other things are forbidden? Why we should not go after? Because all other things are here temporary in nature. One desire, oh, I should have a beautiful wife. Good looking, okay. He gets good, beautiful wife. For how long he is going to be with her? Maximum 100 years. Day will come, she can leave you or you can leave her also. He wants to become rich. Actually, these material achievements, they are totally forbidden in the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because we become attached to them. And we should be only attached to Krishna, not to anybody else. Our attachment should be only for Krishna, not for anything of this material world. And in the Bhagavad Gita also mentioned. Chapter 2, verse 44. You have Bhagavad Gita here? 2nd chapter, verse 44. भोगेश्वर्या प्रसक्तानाम तया अपरत चेतसाम वया विषयात्मका बुद्धि समादौना विधीयते. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment. In different degrees, we are all attached to the sense enjoyment and material opulence. Materially, we want to be very opulent. There's one person in the US. He has his house in 5 acres. Big house. And he is putting different places, gold and so many antiques he has kept in his house. This is unnecessary attachment, material opulence. And who are bewildered by such things. These material opulence, material things will bewilder our consciousness. Person gets bewildered, he doesn't know what to do, what not to do. The resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Those who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination. They cannot become a pakka, a strong devotee of Krishna, because they are attached to the material things. So this material attachment, we should try to get rid of them. Neither we are this material body, nor we are from here. So these material attachments will bring us back to this miserable material world. But the message is that we stop this coming back to this material world again and again. Like Lord Shiva, he is the chief of demigods. Devamadeva Mahadev. What is he saying? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi janani jatare shainam. Iha sansare bahudustare. Kripai pare pahi murare. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam. Govindam Bhaj Mood Mate. Govindam Bhaj Mood Mate. Lord Shiva is calling us, O foolish person. You're dying again and again. You're coming in the womb of your mother again and again. This is a bad effect of this material world. Iha sansare Bahut dustare. This is the bad fact of this material world. Now, you should try to have the mercy of Murari. Lord Krishna's one name is Murari. Krishna Murari. I will say Krishna Murari and you say Girvardhari. Krishna Murari Girivardhari Krishna Murari Krishna Murari Girivardhari 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 Kripai pare pahi murare. Lord Shiva is calling us foolish person. Moodmate. Moodmate means who has no brain. Whose brain department is not functioning properly. Those who are trying to make a permanent home in a temporary miserable place, their brains are not working properly. Their brains have become, what you call, unclean. Lord Shiva is saying, Moodmate, foolish person. You are dying again and again, taking birth again and again, coming in the womb of your mother again and again. Stop this. And this can only be stopped by Murari Sri Krishna. Kripai pare pahi Murari. You try to have the mercy of Sri Krishna, Murari Sri. And how you will have his mercy? Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam. Govindam Bhaj Moodmate. Worship Govinda, worship Govinda. Worship only Govinda, nobody else. Respect everyone, but worship should be performed to the lotus feet of Govinda, Sri Krishna. So, by rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from this world. And this attachment to this material world, devotee, it is very dangerous, very dangerous. Why? Because we are not from here. Sooner or later, we shall be kicked out of here. And if I stay attached, then my conscience will, pull me back to this miserable material world. So we have to be detached. And detachment can come with practice. Though our minds are very unclean, very fickle, very difficult to control the mind, even Arjun expressed his, inability to control the mind. Arjun said, Chanchalamhi mana Krishna paramati balabhadranam tasyaham nigraham manne vayur eva sadushkaram. O Krishna, it's very difficult to control the mind. Mind is very chanchala, very fickle. One may be able to control the wind, but it's difficult to control. Who can control the wind? Nobody. It's difficult to control the mind. Then what Lord is saying, this is in the chapter 6, Lord is saying, Asamshayam mahabaho manodurani graham chalam. O mighty armed Arjun, O powerful Arjun, It's very difficult to control the mind. Lord is also saying, Asamsayam Mahabaho. Very difficult to control the mind. Mano Durani Graham Chalam. Mind is very difficult to control. But then what is the recommendation of Lord Sri Krishna? Which we should all remember. Lord is recommending Abhyasena tu Kaunteya. O son of Kunti, practice. Practice make man perfect. Abhyas. Another example is given of Abhyas. Karat karat abhyas se जड़मति होत सुजान रस्सी आवत जात से शिला पड़त निशान. There are no wells in this country. I don't know. India has so many wells, different places. Deep well, and people fetch water from the well with a bucket tied with a rope. Throw that bucket and fill with water and take out. When they take the bucket about road, this rope is soft and the stone around the bell, around the neck of the bell is very hard. Again and again, that stone, this rope is touching the stone. What's happening? There is a sign on that stone. Karat karat abhyas se jadamati hot sajan. One who is very dull-headed, but if he practice, he will become intelligent. Just like rassi avat jaat se, a rope is coming and going, coming and touching the stone, hard stone. Shila parta nishan, there is a big sign on that stone also. So Lord is recommending abhyasena to kaunteya, practice. Vairagena chakriyate. Vairag, detachment. Think, oh, nothing belongs to me in this material world. My father went, he left everything behind. My grandfather also left everything behind. I am also not going to take anything with me. Vairagya, this is thinking of detachment. Vairagya means we keep the things but not become attached to them. But our problem is that we become attached. This attachment is very dangerous. It's not good. We should be attached to Krishna, not to this miserable material world. And this body is given to us by Krishna so that we can become attached to Him through this body. If we stay attached to this miserable material world, that attachment is going to bring us back to this material world. And we are not from here. Then we are from where? We are from the spiritual world. Vaikuntha Loka. We are from the spiritual world. And we have to go back to our real home. Back home, back to Godhead. But we don't know, we are lost in this material world. We are trying to make a permanent home in a temporary situation. That is not proper, that's not good. So practice make man perfect. Think of Krishna all the time. Those who consider devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, to be something like material, emotional affairs, may argue that in the revealed scriptures, sacrifice, charity, austerity, knowledge, mystic powers, and similar other processes of transcendental realization are recommended. According to them, bhakti or the devotional service of the Lord is meant for those who cannot perform the high grade activities. Sometimes some people criticize devotee or means bhakti, bhakti is not very high class. But Krishna himself is saying, I can be known as I am only by bhakti. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan jasyasmi tatvata tato mam tatto yatva vishate tad antaram. This is mentioned by the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, purpose of life is to attain Krishna Prem, attain Krishna. That is only possible with the bhakti, loving devotional service. Lovingly we serve Krishna, we love Krishna. We try to do everything for His pleasure. So this is devotional service. It is mentioned also. All of you can repeat. Bhakt Bhakti Bhagavant Guru. Bhakt Bhakti Bhagavant Guru. Chatur Naam Bapu Ek. इनके पद बंदन किए नाशत विघ्न अनेक नाशत विघ्न अनेक. Four things are mentioned: Bhakt, devotee; Bhakt, bhakti, devotional service; Bhakt, bhakti, Bhagavant, Sri Krishna; and Guru. Bhakt, bhakti, Bhagavant, Guru, Chatru Naam Bapu Ev. They are four names, but they are all one. इनके पद बंधन किए नाशत विघ्न अनेक. So many obstacles on the path of devotion. By serving them, by remembering them, obstacles from devotional service will go away. So many difficulties, so many problems. And actually, many problems coming from our own mind. Our own mind is giving us so much trouble. But in all circumstances, we should keep on serving Krishna. Not that if some difficulty comes, I give up Krishna. No. All problems, all difficulties, we should keep on serving Krishna. We should keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So, gradually, this chanting will purify our consciousness. Actually, this is the only way we can get the purification. If we follow different paths, like many people like to meditate. What they do, Prabhupada explained, while meditating they fell asleep. This is the meditation. Or, if they haven't fell asleep, they are thinking of some dirty things. Meditation is not recommended for this age. For this age, the recommendation is Kirtan. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Smaranam Padasevanam. Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Krishna Kirtan. So Kirtan will help us to purify our consciousness. If we remain impure, then life is useless. And then impurity is waiting for us, another body is waiting for us. Generally, it is said that the bhakti cult is meant for the Shudras, Vaishyas and the less intelligent, woman class. But that is not the actual fact. Bhakti cult is the topmost of all transcendental activities. And thereafter, and therefore, it is simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about going to contact, serious about getting in contact with the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. And it is easy for the neophytes who are just on the threshold of the house of bhakti to achieve the contact. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare. To achieve the contact of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna is a great science, and it is open for all living beings, including the Shudras, Vaishyas, women, and even the lower than the low-born Shudras. So what to speak of the high-class men, like the qualified Brahmins and the great self-realized kings. The other high-grade activities designed as sacrifice, charity, austerity, etc. are all accordingly corollary factors following the pure and scientific bhakti cult. Actually, people say bhakti is it's for Shudras, but no. Bhakti is for very high class persons. As Krishna has said this, that bhaktya mama vijanati, I can be known as I am only by bhakti. Though Krishna has explained different yogas, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, so many yogas in Bhagavad Gita. But in the 18th chapter he is saying, I can be known as I am only by bhakti, by pure devotion. So we should try to perform pure devotion. And one who becomes pure devotee, it's not that One is a devotee by name only. Name means by putting tilak, kanti, saffron robes, mala in the hand, one doesn't eat. Not that one has become pure devotee. Unless and until the heart is changed. If the heart is not changed, then it's very unfortunate. And still he is claiming that I am devotee, that is cheating. The principles of knowledge and detachment are two important factors on the path of transcendental realization. The whole spiritual process leads to perfect knowledge, or that one becomes detached from the material affection and becomes attached to spiritual activities. Becoming detached from material things does not mean becoming inert altogether, as men with a poor fund of knowledge thinks. Naisya karma means not undertaking activities that will produce good or bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive. Negation of the non-essentials does not mean negation of the essential. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullify the positive form. Nullifying the positive form, the bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. Bhakti. One can know Krishna only by bhakti. Why bhakti? Why not other processes? Because it's generally seen, one who is little knowledgeable, it develops ego. I am a great person. There was one saint in India, everybody knows him. So he's talking to his disciples. He's saying, मेरी ये इच्छा हो रही है तो मैं तिहाड़ जेल में जाऊं. I want to go to the Tihar jail. Disciples say, no. नहीं जाऊं. कहाँ पर साबरमती में जाऊं? Because नहीं. नानक जी भी तो 2 बार जेल में गए थे, हम भी थोड़ा जेल का आनंद ले लें. Then he says, पता नहीं बस मेरा जो भी संकल्प है देर सवेर भगवान पूरा कर देते हैं. अगर जेल में गया तो सबको बदल दूंगा. बेचारा ऐसा जेल में गया कभी बाहर ही नहीं आएगा. परमानेंट वहीं रहेगा. तो ego. If one gets many followers, he becomes egoistic. He thinks I am great. He is not great. Great is Krishna only. Krishna is not great, but he is the greatest. And we are small, very small. We are Anu-Atma. Krishna is Paramatma. So our business is to serve Paramatma. Our business is to stay under his shelter. Not give up his shelter and start acting independently. No, that's not proper. That's wrong. So, we should stay under the protection of Krishna, become his devotees, Nishkarmya means not undertaking activities that will produce good or bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive negation of the non-essentials. Does not mean negation of the essential. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullifying the positive form. The bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. When the positive form is realized, the negative forms are automatically eliminated. If someone has some negative thinking, but when he thinks positively, his thinking turns into positive thinking, the negative automatically goes away. Right now we have this trouble of so many negativities are in us, We always think of negative. No, we should elevate ourselves from this platform. And we can only elevate ourselves from this platform by bhakti, by Mother Bhakti, which is given by Srila Prabhupada to the whole world. Without bhakti, nothing can happen. So please, all of you, those who are listening on the internet, who are listening here, become devotee, become pure devotee. Give up all. One day we will be forced to give up everything, but learn to give up for Krishna. Once I brought one man to Srila Prabhupada who was buying his house in Africa. He was a rich man. So Prabhupada met him and Prabhupada was talking to him in Hindi. He said, भाई एक दिन तो सब कुछ छोड़ना पड़ेगा ना? कहता हाँ स्वामी जी. Then भगवान के लिए छोड़ दो. We will be forced to give up everything, but we voluntarily give up everything for Krishna. That is the perfection of giving up. So we should all try seriously and sincerely perfect our life. Thank you very much, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. What is there? Huh?
Zoom live, any questions? Anyone has questions on Zoom live?
They are saying no question. थकावट है बड़ी आज. कल बहुत थकावट कर चली थी. जूम लाइन में कुछ नहीं है ना? हाँ ठीक है. मतलब तेरे पास भी कुछ नहीं है.